Hi guys, so today I gave you some really cool looking pictures of beetles that have all of these different beautiful patterns. And I love this one. And I just love drawing beetles. It's one of my favorite things to draw. And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna draw what we see today. So I'm not asking you to imagine a beetle, and I'm not trying to ask you to remember a beetle. I'm asking you to look at this beetle and draw this beetle. So you shouldn't be doing a ladybug. You're gonna draw the exact beetle that's on your picture. And so that's called drawing from observation. But here are a few tricks, and I think your drawings are gonna be pretty cool. One trick is that we're gonna look at the big shapes first, and we're gonna draw those first. So what are the big shapes on a beetle? Well, you guys probably know, bugs have the abdomen, so that's this big part, and then the thorax, and then the head. So those are the big shapes on a beetle or a bug. Sometimes they look different, but there's always those three big shapes. So on this one, I'm gonna look at what shape that is. It's kind of rounder, and I'll draw that. Then I'll draw the thorax. It's kind of like a squished marshmallow shape. And then I'll just do my best on that head. And really it's just a triangle, right? And then after I do the big shapes, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make the legs. And when I draw insect legs, I like to do one section at a time. And then after I'm done with the legs, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna draw all the fun, beautiful markings on that outer wing shell of the beetle. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna ask you to use a pen today. And one reason I want you to do that is because we're drawing something that's small and very detailed. And that's what pointy tools are good for. So this is very pointy, it has a small end. Something that's not pointy, like this oil pastel, wouldn't it be hard to get all those tiny little antennae and all the tiny details that we want to add to our drawings with this? Yeah, unless we're using huge paper. So that's why we're gonna make a very detailed drawing using this pen. Okay, here I go. I'm gonna do this beetle here because I think it's really cool looking. So here we start with the big shapes. So the biggest shape I see is that abdomen. So I'm just going to kind of look at it, observe and notice what parts are thinner, what parts are thicker. It's kind of wide at the top and then comes to almost a point, but a rounded point at the bottom. There, let myself get caught up in the details, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make the big shapes first. Okay, now the thorax, which is, it's interesting. It kind of dips down in the middle, and then it has 2 points, and then it kind of flares out at the bottom. So I noticed that. So I just did my very best to make my version of that shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the best I could do with the hands that I have. There, I keep wanting to do the details first, but I'm going to restrain myself. Okay, so what's the next biggest shape? The legs. I love to do each section of the leg at a time. So it first has that little piece, and then I'll do the next section. And I like to do things on one side and then go straight to the other side and do it. And the reason I do that is because our hands have a memory. So if I do it once, my hand kind of remembers how to do it again. So it's easier to make it, if I do it right away, it's easier to make it look the same on both sides because your muscles in your hand have a memory. Okay, yeah, and then those are the wing covers. So there's a division in the middle, and then I do the first section of this leg, and the second one, then I go to the other side because my hand remembered how to do it. And I'm gonna do that little foot part, and I'll go to the other side and do that side. And the Same thing on the third leg. So the little short section, and then I'll do the longer section, and then the little foot. You see how their legs are kind of like a zigzag? And let's see, now these crazy antennae. So I'll just do a line first. And then what's my way of showing that kind of tiny sections in the antenna? I just made a little wavy line going down. It's not exactly how it looks, but it's just my hand's way of showing it. I noticed it and then I found a way to show it. I think I'm going to do it on both sides. So I'm just making a wavy. You will find your own ways to show things. Now I finally get to my favorite part, which is all the little details. So it doesn't have to look just like it. I'm just doing my version. It's kind of easier to do the black square, to draw the black squares, than it is to draw the yellow lines. But you'll find what's easy for you, and you should do that. Okay, now it's time to color, and I really look at the thorax, and it's not one color, right? It's kind of a weird mixture of a lot of colors. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at the colors and just put it down wherever I see it. And you can color one color on top of another and kind of blend them together if you want to. Color pencils are really good for layering. So it doesn't have to be just one color in one place. I can add purple on top of black and black on top of purple. And really whatever I see, I'm going to try to put that color there. And it's okay to mix them up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of white pen. 1 second.
Blowing bubbles out of the window, chewing bubble gum and blowing big bubbles, getting rid of all of my troubles, watching the tadpoles glubber glubber in the bottle. So bubbles carry my dreams up high. Bubble gum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Yeah, bubble gum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Ma and Pa are arguing again. Today I lost my best friend. The kid has a little cold, and Grandmama is getting old. My tummy has a little pain. When does Jesus come again? Blowing bubbles out of the window, chewing bubble gum and blowing big bubbles, getting rid of all of my troubles, watching the tadpoles glubber glubber in the puddles. Some bubbles carry my dreams up high. Bubblegum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Yeah, bubblegum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Blowing bubbles out of the window, chewing bubblegum and blowing big bubbles, getting rid of all of my troubles, watching the tadpoles glubber glubber in the puddles. So bubbles carry my dreams up high. So bubbles carry my dreams up high. So bubbles carry my dreams up high. Bubblegum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Yeah, bubblegum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. Bubblegum kinda keeps my heart from getting heavy and crying. fun. See my kite, it's fun. See my kite, it's green and white. Laughing in its distant flight. All that's between us is a little yellow string, but we like each other more than anything. And we run along together through the field behind my house. And the little drops of rain caress her face and wash my blouse. And we'd like to be a zillion miles away from everyone, 'cause Mom and Dad and Uncle Bill don't realize kites are fun. Kites are fun. Kites are fun. Kites are fun. See my kite, it's green and white. Laughing in its distant flight. All that's between us is a little yellow string, but we like each other more than anything. And we run along together through the field behind my house. And the little drops of rain caress her face and wash my blouse. And we'd like to be a zillion miles away from everyone, 'cause Mom and Dad and Uncle Bill don't realize I like flying kites, flying kites. Kites are fun. Kites are fun. Kites are fun. Kites are fun. See my kite, it's 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 fun. Run, go round, run, go round. Run, go upside down. Laugh and smile and love what you find. Run, does merry-go-round.
Pick an animal singing a song. Dropped your ice cream cone but can't stay sad long, 'cause the music is starting in a minute. You'll know your horse is darting up and down.
Up and down, round you go, round you go. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Laugh and smile and love what you find. Up run, does merry-go-round.
This one's special, the beasts they are free. Showing little children sights they can't see, 'cause the music is starting in a minute. You'll know your horse is darting up and down.
Up and down, round you go, round you go. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Laugh and smile and love what you find. Run, does merry-go-round.
Time for sleeping, your horse says good night. Tucks your blanket in so bedbugs won't bite. He leaps out the window, back to the race. Leaves behind memories and dreams in his place
Of tigers and pink lemonade. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Laugh and smile and love what you find. Run, does merry-go-round. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Run, go round. Run, go upside down. Run, go round. Run, go up. What can I do to make you happy?
What kind of clown thing can I do? Wiggle my ears and make them flappy. My humor is sappy. Won't you sit on my lappy and don't cry, baby, boo-hoo. Why do we cry? It sure is a riddle. I'll dry your eyes and see you through.
See you through.
Babies can coo and sing like a fiddle. Your problems are little, so sing hey diddle diddle and don't cry, baby, boo. Oh, don't cry, baby, don't cry. There's a sun behind the clouds, so don't cry, baby, don't cry.
'Cause I hate to hear you cry. It hurts me deep inside.
Inside, you know the way I feel. You know I love you so. Your pretty blue eyes weren't made for a fritter, but they can't get much wetter, so let's try them together and don't cry, baby, boo-hoo, boo. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. La 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 la.
Let's find a scarlet tree with a golden bough, where the velvet night wind whispers tiny secrets, untold stories we can tell each other now.
Under the scarlet tree with the golden bough, we can laugh 1,000 daydreams, love a moment full of summer's calm, and let me show you how.
There's a place for you and me underneath the scarlet tree, where the moon is shining high in a salamander sky.
La 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 la.
Let's find a scarlet tree with a golden bough, where the velvet night wind whispers tiny secrets, untold stories we can tell each other